Football is back at SK Newsline, and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game. It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back at SK Newsline, and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.
is that Village is the #1 ranked team, and they are hoping to maintain their posture going into the final six, the Super Six. And Spurs is on a bubble, meaning they have a number of teams chasing them. They are in the #5 spot, but their matches, as we see the centre pass, we'll come back to that discussion. I have Essington Watts joining me shortly. Centre pass to Spurs. They go back to the defence. Crawford hands off to Tikai. Tikai tries to go forward, but easy ball for the centre back. He ducks out to Dequan Johnson. Tikai fights back for it, wins it back. Crawford wins it. Trying to go forward. Fleming intercepts. That's Ardell Fleming. We have both Ardell Fleming and Dennis Fleming here for Spurs tonight. Here ball. No one yet in possession. Spurs trying to get around. Spurs gets around. Spurs has a chance to get into the box. Spurs has a chance to score. No! Wrong man. Crawford, it looks like, the right back. The #2 who got all the way in the box, was it? No, it wasn't Crawford. I'm blaming Crawford. That looks like Jashawn Jeffers. Jashawn Jeffers, number 26. The guilty party. First chance of the game. First real good chance. Village coming out of the defense, trying to spread it around. Dequan Johnson trying to go between two men. Jashawn Jeffers trying to redeem himself. Wins the ball, then gives it away. Village finds Zikoma Kondo. An errant pass. Apologizes. Throwing to Spurs. See Valman Jeffers, looks like he's wearing the captain armband. He's in the central defense. He looks at the #3. Goes big. Finds the leading goal scorer for Village, Steve Archibald. They call him Stingman. And in some cases it really stings, as I'm joined comfortably by Essington Watts.
Yes, the President, good night to you all and good night to listeners. Exciting match we're expecting really.
Some excitement from these two teams that have a great rivalry.
Jeffers scuffs it, then delivers it long and hard upfield, trying to find same Stingman Archibald. There's a fight for it, a wrestling match. Referee doesn't blow. Village takes the throw. Kanda broken up by Huggins. Tikai getting in the mix of things. A very close play going on here. Finally, yes. Basu is fed up of the wrestling match and he gives a free kick to Village.
Yes, the referee was trying to allow it to
sorry, Spurs.
Referee was trying to allow it to play, but you really have to diffuse the tension.
1 against 3. Challenger trying to find his way. Morton helping out. Kimari trying to get out. Rogers trying to slide the man inside there. That looks like Shaquille Adams. Shaquille Adams missing out, losing control. Village comes away with it. They go long, far down the right side. Could be interesting if Village latch onto that, but no. Knock back to Brendan Tuckett. Tuckett out. Finds Shaq. Shaq under pressure from Kanda. Kanda goes up to Wilkes. Wilkes trying some fancy footwork. Gets around one man. Battling away to the second one. Looking to cross. Goes to the ground. Not impressed. Basu about 10 yards away and he's not impressed.
Yes, not impressed at all. It's Basu. Basu, a firm referee who is not winning. But he had a nice pass by, looking to get a ball through, but unfortunately can't go through.
A little soft pass from the youngster Morton, forcing Clark to come off his mark with great speed just to clear. So Spurs will resume with a throw-in. Village takes over, trying to come upfield. None of that says Spurs. They knock it 1 touch, 2 touch. Ball comes across goal. Zion forced to push away. Heads go up. First ball, then shot comes in. That man looks like an awesome position. Slides at that goal. Blocked. Still alive. Jashawn sending across the goal. Zion coming off his mark, taking up cleanly.
Exciting stuff. Very good start by Garden Hotspurs, putting on some pressure on the Village superstar defense. This is good positive start by Garden Hotspurs.
Crawford battling away but giving it up eventually They're trying to spring a man forward. They look like Tahir trying to get in between the defenders. Doesn't succeed. Fancy rainbow style pass there from Jashawn Jeffers. Challenger is trying to help out. Forces a corner. First corner of the night.
Good start. This game living up to its billing. It's exciting stuff. End-to-end action. Garden Hotspurs with a very sparkling, positive start and creating some good chances. And it still remains 0-0. So if you're joining us, we hope you stay with us because this promises to be entertaining. It promises to be exciting. It's the Bastia derby. It's the green part of Bastia versus the second, the first red. But there are two reds. I don't know which one is the first, but here comes the corner kick.
Easy take for Clark in his 6-yard box within his reach. There he goes, big upfield with a one man up front. 1 against 2. Tahir against Jeffers and Morris. The 2 wins out the 1. Goes back to Solas Jeffers. Valman Solas Jeffers. Ball at his feet. Still 0-0. Trying to look forward. Little chip pass finds Jashawn Jeffers. Village takes over. They rob them of the ball. Gives it to Kamari. Kamari is pushed to the ground by Challenger. Seems as if the hand caught him in his face. Indicates to the referee he's okay.
But this time, yeah, not allowing that. Basu now he needs to be very careful. This is a derby, and the rivalry is high. But here comes Village Superstars now, looking to build on that right wing.
Oh, nice play by the man on the far side. Looks like Tahir, but it didn't work. A little dummy, but ball eluded the player. The Spurs defense read it. Tikai Huggins almost getting himself into trouble. Goes back to Tuckett. Tuckett clears downfield. Spurs takes over. Spurs trying to settle it. Like Duncan under pressure. Finally they go forward. They gain some space. Shaquille Adams faking one way. Strong tackle coming in. Village knocking it into touch. All over the field is the man Kimari Rogers. Looks like he's playing in the 8th position. So he's all over the place at the moment. Village deep in the one defensive half. Now they come forward. Morris intercepts only as far as Kanda. Kanda gives it up to Wilkes. Wilkes puts it on the ground. Misses but gets it back. Then chips it forward. Dickwan Johnson. This could be dangerous. Johnson in the box. Johnson shoots. He's just gone in the side netting.
Very good move there by Dickwan Johnson, getting around the back of the defense, getting into the box. Unfortunately, just couldn't get one on target, but a very good attempt indeed. Nice sight and goal. So a difficult angle, but still could have forced the goalkeeper to make a save. But good attempt, nice one.
I want to concur with you that it was a very good one indeed, but I would want to disagree with you in terms of the attempt. That one should have gone on target for this standard and for a player of Dickwan Johnson's caliber. Simply and truthfully said. Tuckett should have been forced to save that ball. Sprawling to his left. Had to go to the far post. He had to go across Tuckett's belly. And then the other players will come in and clean up.
Of course, the best thing is to make sure you're on target, make sure force the goalkeeper to save. But he just wasn't in a good shooting position. By the time he took the shot, he just wasn't in a very good shooting position. You should try to wrap his foot around the ball and try to get it. But anyway, it's a free kick for Garden Hotspurs. From a promising position, Garden Hotspurs should be able to create something from this. There are 1, 2, 3 players inside the box. Another 3 just lurking with intent outside the box. And should I get inside by the time the ball gets around there to the far post.
They're outnumbered in the box right now. See what happened. Europe headed away. Village first ball. Village second ball. Village third ball, but blocked. Spurs takes over. Slides it back to the man Kwafi. Kwafi tries a shot. It's blocked partially. Tikai takes over. Tikai goes on to the far side. Adams is offside.
Well, that was almost one of those play. One of those creative play by Gardner's, but unfortunately, the offside flag went up. Looking to go around the back, but the offside flag was up.
Here is Spurs. Building from the back. Start out with Dennis Fleming. Dennis Fleming goes up to Zico Makanda. Kanda comes back to Morton. He goes to the ground. And this time, Basu. Basu always scares me when he goes to his back pocket. He keeps a yellow card in his back pocket. When all of the referees keep the red card in their back pocket.
Well, it's very early for a yellow card, but Basu, sure less than 10 minutes, but Basu has gone into his pocket, so someone has gone into the referee's book. Did you pick up that person? Someone has gone into the referee's book. We'll wait for confirmation of that person. So, free kick to Village Superstars.
I didn't quite pick up the number, but in terms of the marking, it could be Tikai Huggins who snapped at Zikono Kanda, much to the chagrin of Mr. Basu. He took control immediately by putting the yellow card in his face. Here comes a ground battle. The ball seemed to have gone outside off the boot of a Spurs player. Basu chosen a moment to give a little lecture. Here comes Dequan Johnson again. Making a mess of it, losing control. Then he tackles away.
Yellow card. Enterprises, not Spurs, number 13, Shaquille Adams.
It's a good start. Both teams playing sparkling, scintillating football, looking to go forward, not being afraid. Not being afraid at all. But I dare say that Garden Hotspur would have had the better start. Let's see how it continues. They're not a very good finishing team, but let's see how it continues.
Spurs in possession in the back, then they give it away. Morris, part of the guilty party. Morris wins it back, gives it up to Stingman Archibald. Archibald comes on the inside and he looks to free Tikai. It looks like an offside position from here, and that is correct. Offside.
Well, referee allowed
the play to go on. Overruled. Tikai takes it. Tikai gives it to Adams. Adams comes back into the center, finds the man Duncan. Duncan goes forward. Interception by Dennis Fleming. Only as far as the number 2 for Spurs. He heads over, finds Joshua and Jeffers. Jeffers robbed of it. Kimari has 2 men with him. Has 3 men with him. Passes just in time, but Morris sees it. Morris takes over and knocks it forward. The ball goes into touch for throwing.
The Spurs. What the rule with the offside was it, is that the flag should go up when the player
actually interfere. Not just in position, he has to interfere with the ball.
Interfere with the ball, yes. So referee allowed the play to continue. Here comes Garden Hotspurs having forced to defend.
Tikai Huggins, Steve Stingman Archibald, Shaquille Adams. 2-3 passes. Stingman gets away. Stingman is in the box. Stingman's a dangerous player. Stingman goes to the byline, then crosses. Wins a corner for Spurs.
Oh, this was a good chance for Garden Hotspur. They were 3 versus 3, and really, Garden Hotspur should have done much better with that one. He took the ball towards the byline, looking to squeeze himself between the player and the byline. Unfortunately, the ball took a deflection and went over the byline. So it's a corner kick for Garden Hotspurs. Very good start for Garden Hotspurs. They would be encouraged by this start.
Second corner, this time from the eastern side. Adams takes. Adams in calling corner. Heads go up. Village, first ball. Second ball, Jashan. Shoots it a goal. Clearance. Tumbling clearance. Crawford loops it forward. Again, Ardell Fleming clears, but only as far as Tikai Huggins. Tikai twists and turns. Goes to the ground. Basson is not impressed. Trying to buy a foul. Countering. Village. Dequan Johnson speeding away. Has 2 players just about 10 yards away. Has a free cross. Slides it up to Tahir. Tahir leaves it for Wilkes, and Wilkes hammers it, but hammers it wide.
Yes, Wilkes. That's a
good passage of play.
Yeah, very good passage of play. Very good movement by British Superstars. Dequan into Wilkes, and Wilkes should have done better than that. Failing to hit the target, going too wide. Had power in it, but no direction at all, going too wide. And again, we see players failing to hit the target. It was a good distance out. But here comes Garden Hotspur. Whistle goes against Spurs. A free kick to Village Superstars. Still 0-0 here at Warner Park.
Again, the man fouling the Village player was Shaquille Adams. But this time Basso obviously gives him a chance. Just speaks to him instead. Village. Aja, Lawrence, Jeffers over to Fleming. Fleming to Johnson. Johnson trying to break through. Crawford is there. Strong. Give it away. Solas Jeffers. Valman Solas Jeffers, the captain. Covers. Then clears. Finds Jashan Jeffers. Village takes over. Ardell Fleming overlapping on the left side. Trying to get a cross in. Ball goes in now, but Tuckett takes it with the greatest of ease. Javelin throw out to Adams. Adams knocks off. Gets past one, but the man covering and helping goes all the way back to, that was Tahir. From all the way in the number 9 position, came back to help the young fella and in the defensive area. Here you see Fleming for Village, Ardell, Variety, trying to come forward, broken up by Spurs. Given away by Spurs. One back by Spurs. Huggins knocks it over to Crawford. Crawford losing out to Fleming. Fleming to Wilkes. Wilkes turns back for help. Finds Kanda. Zikoma Kanda. Square. Ish. Over to Morton. Morton back to Jeffers. Jeffers to Kanda. Kanda holding the line. Patient build up. Johnson. Crosses. Heads. Head of Spurs. Jeffers. Stingman. Crawford. Crawford to Huggins. Interchange of play. Now they're looking to make progress. Tikar goes far left. Only finding the young guy Morton. He nods off to Lawrence Jeffers. Jeffers covers. Wins a foul. As the man Duncan has been snapping at his heels. Eventually he goes down with a bit of pain.
The play is going now. That's a very cheap way to consider a foul, a free kick. A player going away and holding the player on his shoulder right in front of the referee's side. So referee had no choice at all but to blow his whistle and to give a free kick to Village Superstars. Village Superstars not finding the passing range as yet. Gordon has probably said the better of the team so far. But they'll have to be very careful. They have to get something out of this passage of play. They've been enjoying a very good passage of play and need to get something from it.
They go forward, find Wilkes. Wilkes can turn, 3 men surrounded. He finds Kimari Rogers. He has a shot and he goes up over the crossbar.
Yes, whenever Kimari Rogers is on the ball, there are some expectations. Very creative player. He's capable of going on those solo runs. He's capable, a very capable passer of the ball, and also capable, as I said, to go on those solo runs. So always expectations whenever Kimari has the ball. But here comes Spurs now, looking to build something. It's still in possession.
Yes, Spurs trying to build something on the left side. They come into the center, lose it out, no, wins it back. Challenger. The man who won the ball sprung forward, couldn't get it back. Village intercepts, win back by Spurs. Jashan, Archibald, looking to get in the box. Does so now. He can cross. A tackle coming in. He's just outside the box, luckily for Village.
Again, a very unnecessary foul again. Needlessly fouling the player. The player was going towards the byline with the ball. And ball was so close to the byline.
He's lucky not to have gotten away the card.
Very lucky indeed not to have given a card. It was a reckless play.
Dequan Johnson, the guilty party. He thought he would have gotten a card because Archibald was about to cross. Could have been in a dangerous position. Joshua and Jeffers will take this one. Spurs racks up in the box. Chipped up now. Over on the far post. Heads go up. Go forward. Headed away. Village on the second ball. Then booted away on the third ball. Tahir trying to fling Kimari forward. Finds him too. Interplay. No. Kimari changes his mind. Goes inside instead. Finds Zikoma. Zikoma trying to dribble his way out of trouble from Jeffers. Does so. Finds Fleming. Fleming knocks it back. The Village settles it. They're looking for their patient build up. And then the spearman forward. Lawrence Jeffers goes down, recovers his balance, gives it to Kanda. Kanda goes forward, straight ball forward to Tahir. Tahir chips it forward, trying to find Kimari. Doesn't do so. Spurs responds. Joshan is onside. Joshan can get to the box, but Dylan Keynes, reading the play, just picked it off with his boot and knocked it into touch for a throw-in.
Very good interception there by Dylan, playing the ball into play. But Gardner Spurs really should have done better with this one. Now they have a chance with a throw-in close to the corner flag. Let's see if they can cover something. Let's see. Acquitting themselves very well. Coming up against this Village Superstars team, which is a very strong team. Spurs acquitting themselves well so far.
Very strong team, but plagued by injuries at the moment. Carlos Bertie, I understand, probably re-injured himself. Tuan Hanley, injured. Giovan Amory, injured. Raheem Francis, injured. Travis Rogers, too, maybe on the injured list. About 5 players for Village Superstars injured. So they have to reach deep. And this time, the man going down, clutching his ankle and his shin. The referee wants to have a discussion. Meanwhile, Kimari gets up, calls both of them. That's the sandwich. Kimari was the meat.
Yes, Village Superstars really plagued by injuries. They're really not in the team, not even in the 18-man squad. That's Bertie. I'm not seeing Bertie.
These are normally starters, right?
Good.
Yep.
And they're not even in the 18-man squad.
So when you see Village reach, they want to find in their bench to go for Zikoma Kanda, to bring back Zikoma Kanda. He hasn't been featured much over the years.
That is very much true.
You know that they're digging deep,
really digging
going for their fringe players. So the top 3, Dequan Johnson, Tahir, Hanley, and Joseph Wilkes. That's the front 3. One else, they've pushed back Kimari in the midfield to work with Kanda, as well as Jeffers, the defensive midfielder. Chip forward, Johnson looped over, Tahir trying to get onto it. Volley shot from, who's that? Wilkes. Again, he goes high and wide.
Well, that was a good chance there. Again, players need to at least try to get the ball on target. He went for power there. Didn't get good connection with the ball. Went high, ballooning over the crossbar. But not a good chance by Village Superstars.
High press by Village, seemed to be working. Jeffers wins the first ball. Kimari is fighting for the second ball. He gets it. Fancy footwork. Get away from 1-2. He's nicked. Again, this time by Stingman, Archibald. Snapping away at his feet as he tried his fancy footwork. Wins the free kick. Kanda takes it quickly. Goes to the center circle, finds Fleming. Fleming goes further right. Finds Morton. Morton comes upfield trying to find Wilkes. Wilkes is under pressure. Wilkes goes to the ground. Wilkes with a foul.
I think the momentum is now with Village Superstars. They seem to have somewhat find their passing range. They seem to have found the momentum, and now they're looking to build and get something more. Player is down on the far side. Referee's right on the spot.
He called for the physio.
So it's still.
Looks like Mr. Hanswar comes off now.
In the meantime, all we could give listeners and viewers the idea that the earlier game, Allwood defeated
Security Forces.
Defeated Security Forces 5-1. 5-1. So they're really making an effort to get into that final 6.
So they're up on 27 now. So it's 27, 29, and 30.
Yes. It's a very good performance, hitting Security Forces for 5. So those cheating at the bottom of the table, they have lost last night the 2, and now last night it was Trafalgar South Stars and Mantab, and tonight is Security Forces.
So the situation hasn't changed except the goal difference.
And all of the 3 were hit for at least 5, because Mantab got 5 last night.
Play resumes. Long looping ball. Heads go up towards the goal. Tuckett covers it. No problem.
So we're back with this game. The only implication the table would have is that Garden Haspers is also looking to get into the final 6.
Yes, because the others are encroaching upon them. They were on 30, the others were on 26 and 24. Now it's 27 and 29. Shot goes in and Tuckett just monitors it to his right.
Yeah, that's Amari. That's
But
Kimari.
This was a good surprise shot.
Yes. It's quite a Kibblebdo shot. Very good. Both on his right and his left. And also could head the ball. But let's see if Garden Haspers. Garden Haspers enjoy. Here they are now. Could they get something out of all this possession they've had tonight?
Into play on the right side. Interception by Village. Ball knocked off of a Spurs player. Knocked off of Jeffers. No, Jeffers didn't knock it. It was similar if it was a Village player. Spurs has a throw. Some 20 yards down their right flank on this western side. Dashawn Jeffers goes back to Tikai. Tikai Huggins slides it foul, trying to find Jeffers. Jeffers, one touch pass, frees Crawford. Crawford cannot get there. Used all of his 4'10" stature and couldn't get onto it.
Just couldn't get onto it. But let's hope Garden Haspers don't switch off. Then they sometimes switch off and lose concentration. Well,
this time, Kimari is doing the fouling. And Tikai, strong, tall player, just rolled the tackle and stepped away. Here's Jeffers coming forward for the free kick. Jeffers. It looks like he's aiming at the far post. He does so now. Overrated. Keeper comes out. Goes to the ground. Is fouled. Called for it. Grabbed it. But the body of the unrushing Spurs player helped knock the ball away from Zion Clark. Ball out to Rogers. Rogers to Hanley gets him back. He's now working his way. Going back for support. Further back. Dylan. Fleming. Dylan Keynes. Dennis. Morton again trying to dribble out. He was chastised with that for last match. This time he wins it back. What can he do? He goes to the ground and he's fouled.
No, Garden Haspers will have to be very careful because Village superstars seem to have found their rhythm. They're enjoying most of the possession now, and although they're not getting close to the box as often as they should, they're looking ominous. Whenever they go forward, they're looking ominous. So Garden Haspers will have to be very, very careful, have to be very vigilant. And this is the most prolific attack. Although they're missing some of their players, they still could be very dangerous.
Here they come again, trying to build from behind. Spurs, the 9 players back, only challenger up front. Johnson goes to the ground, again he snapped at the heels. Goes down, free kick. Basu just making sure he's alright, he's okay. Just sharp pain at the start of it and then walks it off. Players rack up, as we say. Fleming comes forward. Shot, taking shot. Johnson under pressure. Johnson slips it over. Stingman gets it and clears. That one was sliding dangerously in the box for Spurs, but they cleared their lines. Robbed by Village. Chip forward is Kondo, but no one is there but Morris. Morris hands it off. Then have to clean up as his player made a mess of it. Village trying to control it now. Morton helps out. Then they get it to in the center to Fleming. Fleming goes forward, finds Wilkes. Wilkes turns his man. Wilkes pushes off. He has room. He has space. What can he do? Goes to the right side. Interception from Spurs. Looks like Warner. Adams takes over. Adams finds Stingman. Stingman Archibald. Steve over to Joshua and Jeffers. Jeffers finds Archibald again. Archibald has 3 men around him. They will not let him go forward. They knock the ball into touch. Throwing to Spurs. Well, Village soaked up the early pressure from Spurs and then looked like they took over for a while. But now in my mind it's kind of even Steven. Midfield ball.
But Village superstars look the most ominous of the two.
Yes, that's because I think they're more regular at the Spurs, going at the Spurs team. And Spurs running the counters. Here they come with one. Archibald. Crawford. Shot and goal. Blocked. Rogers comes away with it. Rogers is dribbling. Rogers goes square. Finds Kanda. Kanda over to the left side. Finds Wilkes with a one-time pass. Asks back for it. Demands it back. Another one-touch pass. Back to Kanda. Kanda. Dribbles with it this time. Surveys the field. His head is up. He goes forward. Finds Tahir. Tahir tries to find him back. But kind of gives the ball away. No, Morton cleans up. Morton gets it. Morton wins it. Morton goes to the ground. And Shaq will go. Second time he snapped at the heel. And it's a red card. Shaquille Adams snapping out players. He got one in the 10th minute. And now, soap, water, wash rag. He goes to the showers. Basso is not having it.
Well, that's unfortunate. And you could hear from the reaction of the crowd. They really feel like Basso is being a bit harsh, a bit draconian there, in giving a second yellow card, which results in a red. So Gordon.
Enterprises guard, not Spurs. Number 13, Shaquille Adams.
So Shaquille Adams goes out.
I don't know if he has anything to do with his number because 13 is normally the unlucky number.
Enterprises guard, not Spurs. Nil.
Yeah, as I said, from the reaction of the crowd and the reaction of the players, they really feel like Basso is being a bit draconian there to give a red card. But it's Village Superstars with the ball now, and they have a one-man advantage. Let's see if they can exploit the situation. And they're coming to their own. They find the rhythm, find their own tempo, and let's see if they can get the most important stat, which is a goal.
Well, they're now enjoying the numerical advantage. Just in case you're seeing things being static, Basso is waiting until the player gets to the dressing room, at least clears the playing area. He's probably just going to the gate now. And so Basso should be satisfied. He now concentrates on setting his field. The whistle goes. Free kick, loop to forward. Heads go up. Clearance from Tikai Huggins. Again, an aerial battle for it. The ball put down on the ground. Spurs player Morris being knocked to the ground in process. And Basso is pointing in the direction of Spurs.
No, as usual, this is going to be a very big talking point after the game. Referee may have just influenced the outcome of the game and making that such decision. But that's football, and he's the man in charge, and his verdict is final. He's judge, jury, and executioner, Al. So his verdict stands.
From the onset, he has not taken kindly to those little trips from behind. Conda had the ball in the 10th minute, and Adams deemed to have tripped him from behind. Conda went down. Here again, even though the play wasn't anywhere close to goal, Adams was ill-advised to try to stick in a foot when the player had already passed him. So it turned to be a trip from behind, and Basso has been blowing them all night, to be fair to him. Those little nicks from behind. Unfortunately, Adams had two.
Well, this is the Bastia derby. You expect a little rivalry. This is a rivalry between these two teams, and you expect a little roughness. You expect a little.
But here comes Spurs.
Battles.
Coffee crossing, a strong attempt by challenger, missing out. Johnson speeds away with it. Turns back for help, finds Kanda. Kanda finds help in Morton. Morton gives it back to Kanda. Kanda comes on the inside. 0-0 still, but Village has a one-man advantage. Jeffers trying to find Rogers. Crawford is there. Rogers nicks it. Rogers can get in the box. Fancy footwork he's looking for. Crosses across the goal mouth. Warner. Clean up for Spurs. Moving the ball away into safety. But he has Johnson to give him some to contend with. Johnson looks for help, finds Morton. Morton finds Conda. Conda goes inside to Jeffers. Jeffers goes back, all the way back to his defense. Both touch the ball before giving it back to Jeffers. Jeffers goes straight up into the boot of Huggins. Huggins, Archibald. Archibald, Joshua and Jeffers. Joshua and Jeffers make some space. Can find help on the outside. He comes on the inside. Slides it to Tikai. Tikai can shoot? No. Tikai is still trying to find space. Meanwhile, he looks to free Archibald. The Village defense intercepts and gives the third corner to the Garden Hotspurs.
Yes, Garden Hotspurs still looking good after losing a man. They're still looking to go forward since the ejection of the player. They have gotten 2 raid on goal, and now they're with a corner kick. So they're still looking to go forward. They haven't adopted a defensive posture. They're still attack minded.
Too early to adopt a defense posture.
Yes,
you need some sort of result from this game.
Yes.
Here comes the corner. Heads go up. Village in Fleming. Jashan beats the man, but kind of get on the second one. The clearance goes into touch now, throwing to Superstars. To Village. To Spurs. Big throw. In the box trying to find Archibald. Archibald, Jashan Jeffers. Jashan has a shot. It goes. Skews off his leg. Picked up by Tikai. Tikai back to Jashan. Jashan shoots a goal. Zarin is there. Going low and saving.
Oh, this is exciting stuff from Garden Hotspurs. They seem to have come alive since the sending of the player. And here comes Village now.
Hanley.
Tahir.
Trying to find Rogers. Doesn't work. Still in possession. Village. Morton speeding forward. Up to Johnson. Johnson gets over the man. Johnson can cross. He does so now. Kimari cleared by Crawford just in time.
Well, there was a crucial intervention there by Crawford. Getting around the player was about to pull the trigger. And clearing. Here comes Village again.
This time Wilkes slams it goal. The man Crawford is there. Again. Sacrificing his body. In between the player and the ball, blocked the ball and got up quickly and knocked it for a corner.
Very not a good block, very crucial block, very crucial intervention by Crawford again. He's a small man, but he seemed to be very abrasive, very aggressive, and very robust. And he was able to pull off a big block. But corner kick for Village Superstars. Let's see.
Low and wasted. Guilty part Ezekiel McCondon.
Yeah, wasted set piece there by Village Superstars. Squandered opportunity to get the ball inside the box. But he's still 0-0 here. Game stalemate at 0-0. Village Superstars enjoying a one-man advantage.
Shaquille Adams, the red card man, going off in the 31st minute. But since then, Spurs has found some energy and some resolve. It doesn't look as if they're one man down.
Yeah, that's sure. They will have come alive after the thing, but they're still under some pressure. Scandal.
Jeffers. Far offside to Johnson. Johnson loops it into the box. Head go up. Morris, young Morris, not in the way. But the clearance only goes as fast as Village. Keeping under pressure in Village. Everybody in the half. Inside to Tahir. Tahir can shoot. He does so now. I see in the side netting, is it? Side netting.
Oh, how on earth did he get that one in the side netting? I mean, he had time, he had space. He really should have gone and target Al.
Should have, for his caliber. He used surprise, he used space, but he didn't try to come across to the right of the goalkeeper. And so it went into the side netting. But it's a good shot. Good height, good
very
pace.
Good shot, very good shot, Dolly. I say he had pace, he had power, but lacking the placement. Really good shot indeed. That came off his boot like a bullet from a gun. Really was hit with power. Unfortunately, no precision at all. And another chance squandered by Village Superstars.
Here comes Spurs. Challenger losing out to Village. Dequan Johnson trying to get the only man. Losing out. Spurs again. Tikai Huggins. Slides it through. Finds, look like Challenger. Challenger can't get to the box. Village players converge on him and rob him of the ball. Then they come forward. Kanda. Morton. Up to Tahir. Tahir trying to flick on to Rogers. It doesn't work. He goes to the ground in the ensuing foul. Takes it quickly, finds Rogers. Rogers one-on-one with Vet Sheffers. This could be dangerous. Crawford covering. What can Rogers do? Rogers comes inside. Rogers shoots. Tuckett saves. Pushes it for the corner.
Very, very good save indeed. Not very often you find Billy Superstars isolated with 2v2 and not score. But this time goalkeeper positioned himself well as Amari went to the near post, and goalkeeper came up with a very good save indeed to keep Gordon Hotspurs in the game still, because that would have been a goal that would have put Billy Superstars with a one-man advantage and a one-goal advantage. But very good save. Anyway, they get a corner. Let's see what they can do with this corner.
Corner comes in. Heads go up. Spurs first ball, knocking it back to another corner.
So we're going to expect this kind of pressure until the end of the game. Billy Superstars is that kind of team. They'll come swarming, waves after waves of red shirt. They'll come swarming at you and breaking you down. But Garden has paused. They're withstanding the pressure so far, but don't know for how long.
Out calling corner comes in. Heads go up. Tuckett is there.
Very good take by goalkeeper. He was entangled between a few red shirts and green shirts. Came out positively, grabbed that one, and very good pair of hands by the goalkeeper. Now he makes a long clearance downfield.
Nobody is there, but this is where you're missing the red card man now. And no one was there but Morton, who picked it up easily. Gives it off to Kanda. Kanda goes to the ground. A player injures himself. It looked like Duncan.
But for sure, the Garden Hotspurs fans would be nervous, especially coming on to the end, because this Village Superstars team, they're going to be coming, as I say, waves after waves of red shirt. They're going to be coming at the Garden Hotspurs, so they have to defend. As I said, they're one man down, and that's a big deal as far as Village Superstars are concerned. Remember, there's the most prolific attack in the Premier League, and they'll be looking to get some goals tonight.
Man down. It didn't look too serious, but now we're seeing the Red Cross going to attend the player. It looks as if it's another shoulder injury. It looks as if it's the man Warner. Probably clashed into somebody. Gets up now. No, it's Merritt. Jaquan Merritt. That's the injured person. Walking off now. So at least he looks alright. Get some treatment and probably resume the game. But he was the one who committed the foul. So his body probably crashed into somebody else. Play comes forward. Morris looking to clear. Does so now. Finds Archibald. Archibald goes one way, then shifts to the left side. Try to spring a man forward. He does so now. That's Challenger. Again, Challenger can speed into the box. Gets on the box area, stops it. Looks for help, goes back, trying to find Archibald. Archibald comes, beats one, beats two. Can cross? No. Chooses to dribble. Dribble past the man. Goes onto the ground. Begging for a foul. Arguing for that foul. Basu just runs away as Village comes away. Spurs keeping their composure. Knocking the ball into touch.
But a very good time by Garden Hotspurs. As I said, they're still looking to go forward, still have the courage to go forward and look for goal. And but I'm sure the Village Superstars, they're ready to pounce, looking for that chance to pounce and exploit the situation. Long, nice ball from Kondo, but easily cut out there by Crawford. Crawford has been having a good night tonight. Very good night, Crawford.
Then they come forward. Tikai Huggins goes to the left. Man, Challenger has gone out there for quite some time now. He finds Warner. Warner springs forward. Joshua Jeffers. ball was just not accurately placed, and so Village got a chance to build out from behind, which is what they're doing now. They start with their defense, then they into the midfield. Midfield number 6 over to number 8. That's Kondo. Kondo goes forward, long forward, trying to find Rogers. Rogers controls. Then his ball is knocked away by Warner. As far as Morton. Morton back to Rogers. Spurs converge on him. Archibald up to the left side. So for the last 15 minutes, or last 12 minutes or so, Spurs has been weathering the storm, one man down.
Very much so, and they'll be happy, very happy when the half-time whistle goes. They give them a time to catch their breath and give them a time to. But here comes Village Superstars.
Forward, Johnson can get around, tuck it. Johnson headed goal, one of the ball just inches away from the goal line, the goal post.
Well, tonight may just be the night for Gardner Spurs, because there really should have been a goal for Village Superstars. And
we have 2 bites at the cherry.
Yes, very much so. So the footballing Garden must be watching down on Garden has Spurs. So this might be the night tonight. So they just have to stay in this game all tonight. Although they are one man down, just stay in the game and see what happens at the end, because tonight may be the lucky night.
That is the point. Even though you play with 10, you still can't give up. You have to get a result from the game. Yeah. And even if you want a draw, you have to score, because Village is going to keep coming at you.
But the important thing is to keep a clean sheet. At least you get a point from the game.
Of course. At this stage, if the game ends this way, 0-0, they get a point.
Yes.
Which wouldn't be bad for them. Whistle goes for the halftime.
So this whistle is most welcome of the two teams. Gardner Spurs is most welcome this halftime whistle.
With the score on 0-0, Gardner Spurs, HE Gardner Spurs 0, Rams Village Superstars 0. We go to Master Control, then come back for the halftime show.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show. It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back. At SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the halftime show. Usually we have a guest for you, or we invite our local analysts. But on this occasion, we have a very important guest in the person of Lenny Lake, the former technical director for St. Kitts Nevis Football Association. He has moved further afield to do some work with CONCACAF, but still working and toiling in St. Kitts Nevis. Tell us about what you're doing at the moment in St. Kitts Nevis.
Well, good evening, Al, and good evening to all the viewers out there and listeners. Presently, we are doing a CONCACAF C license course and a D license course. So we are trying to certify coaches, and we have been fortunate because in a time like this where you can't travel, and being on the island, we were able to ask CONCACAF for this wonderful opportunity. So we are working now with some 25 coaches at the C license, and I think either over 20 coaches at the D license.
Wonderful. We're talking about coaching education. What is CONCACAF's view? What is CONCACAF's aim in relation to coaching education? Where are they heading?
Well, right now we are working on developing a convention, a coaching convention, in which we are trying to get coaches more or less on the same page with the same knowledge. CONCACAF, one of the confederation, is the last confederation actually to be developing its coaching convention. What the convention seeks to do is it sort of makes sure coaches, and globally, are being educated on a similar way and a similar pattern with football education. And also, and maybe later we can think about equivalency, where coaches in CONCACAF can seek what we call equivalency for, like coaches in UEFA or CONMEBOL. But I guess that will take some time. We are hoping that the education across the world, football education, become global, and you narrow the gap, because right now at the top level we are seeing the European countries slipping away. You have over 8 countries normally in the last 16, and out of the last 4 you may have 2 or 3, so they seem to be dominating. So CONCACAF and FIFA is trying to narrow the gap in terms of getting countries closer at a competitive level.
Let's come back down to the local level. A guy was signed up to do a license course in St. Kitts. Where can you go with it? What can I do with that D license or C license? What's my hope there?
Well, what we're doing at the CONCACAF level is to what we call cross borders, so that coaches with a D license, C license, the same coach as in Central America or North America. We still have to work out the legal aspect of it, because of course to travel from St. Kitts to Central or North America would require work permit and stuff like that. But for the education side, it's for them to have the same level of exposure to football education. And I guess in the next 4 or 5 years we can begin to talk about having coaches move from one area to the and be recognized as a D-licensed coach from CONCACAF, whether you're in Nicaragua, whether you're in Mexico or North America.
Very often you have a bird's eye view at the football being played, tonight.
Yeah.
What do you make of these two so-called top teams in St. Kitts. A number 1 rank versus a number 5 rank. What are you seeing?
A lot of energy. It seems like the match means a lot to both teams. I would love to see though that they work some more on keeping the ball, move it around a little quicker. It's too slow. Also, they have to be a little more creative in the last third. Both teams are not doing much in the last third, hence the reason for the 0-0. And both they're getting into each other's last third. But you're seeing that when they get there, it's almost like they're running out of ideas. I think now with the Village having the advantage of one player more, I think now they need to do a lot more in this second half to take advantage of that situation. But I would say more balance, a half that to me could have gone anywhere. But we now have to see the second half and see what each coach will devise or come up with to steal the game.
If you're in the dressing room as a coach, coaching a team, 0-0 at halftime, you're 1 man down, what would you say to them?
Well, I think that the closer the team can get to the end line, the 90-minute game, it push pressure on the team that have the man up because they think that they should win. I would now play for more of a counter-attacking game because I don't have the numbers to be built up, and look for those moments in the game because Village is offering those moments, but they have to be quick, they have to be decisive, and then they have to be clinical in front of goal.
I must ask you, would a C license or a D license coach or a B license coach deal with this kind of situation where you are 1 down or 2 down playing against 11?
Well, this is more of the B level where you call it game management, and where you have to look at the time. I think, Spurs did a good job to go in the dressing room, having lost a man somewhere middle of the first half. And if the coach would look at the game, there were a lot of opportunities given up. It's been given up by Village, especially to their flanks. And to me, where they're making the mistake is that the number 7, which is Steve Archibald, is playing too direct and trying to go to the center. If they go a little wider, then I think they could create a lot more opportunities. But B level would be what right now you need at this level to pull out a game like this.
Let's go back globally and talk about the national team. We will take first of all that COVID has behaved itself.
Yeah.
What's next for St. Kitts Nevis in CONCACAF competition?
It's very uncertain what happened with COVID. We do not know when football will be back. And I'm hoping that maybe mid next year we could have football and the situation is back to normal. But I think in the meantime, and especially if we continue like this, being blessed, we're having just 19 cases and all recovered. And if we continue to keep it like this, where we stay COVID-free, I should think you want to call in a national team later in the year, maybe early next year, to begin preparation for 2021.
Brilliant, most brilliant. And give me an overall synopsis of what you've seen so far for the year in terms of the goods and the bads of St. Kitts football.
Well, the good thing is that we are in a position that, like a lot of other countries that they cannot play. That's I think we have to use this opportunity. It's good to see that football is playing and people are active, people have somewhere to go. In terms of football though, we have to get a lot more of our coaches working with the teams in organization, in the structure of the game, in keeping the ball, using that time at the training to improve the technique, to improve the basics of the game. Because a lot of times when I look at the matches, and even tonight, it's always a mispass, it's always a bad touch. And at the top level, at the higher level, those things will hurt you. They would hurt you.
Almost definitely, as you see, Johnson got in the back and shooting the side netting.
Yeah.
When he really should put that one
on target.
At least to give Tuckett something to know, not to just take the ball over the side.
Let him save.
Same thing for Kamari Rogers going wide.
Yeah. And even with Spurs on a header there, the ball went over the post when I think he should have gone down and give the goalkeeper an opportunity to make a save. And these are the little things, because sometimes it's the little things that make the difference that they will have to work on as teams if they want to get to the next level or be successful.
But if you were to offer a suggestion in terms of the number of teams in the league, because we see earlier tonight, the lower teams are getting really, really beaten up, 84, 100 goals being scored on them. What would be your suggestion?
Well, my suggestion is that the more you could have less teams competing for better talent, the more competitive the league would be. And when you look at the league, I think we're about 2 teams too heavy.
Okay.
I want to say 3, but I would stay with 2 heavy. I believe a league with 10 and everybody's fighting for the best players, you can end up with 10 good, strong, solid teams to compete.
Well, as Mr. Lake rightly said, this match means a lot to both teams. Number 1 trying to ensure the number 1 position to get a better roster in the final 6, and Spurs having 3 teams breathing down their neck so hard, they want to make sure that they get up into the top 5 or 6. But they're 1 man down, it's still 0-0. We go back to Master Control and come back for more live commentary.
This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show. It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch our news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back. At SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
a solid, I don't want to say stout, a solid Dajal Kelly has come in for Spurs. Gives them a bit more firepower. Here comes Village. Trying to go down the right side. Hands off to Johnson now. Johnson has 2 men. He loses out. Knocks the ball into touch. Throwing to Spurs.
Substitution number 1, Fox Enterprises guard not Spurs. Out number 32, Jacqueline Duncan. In number 10, Dajal Kelly. In the 46th minute.
Offside. Archibald is offside. Referee doesn't pick it up, or he does now.
Well,
Very early going. And this is the second half. Still 0-0.
It's very early goings, but you expect Garden Hotspurs not to be too aggressive. Another will want a goal, but very easy for Village Superstars to pick them off. But sure that sending off is going to be a very big talking point, as I said. But it's still Garden Hotspurs now. Look, let's see what that's going. Looking to go forward. They're looking good so far since the opening of the second half. Al.
Kelly, a fighter, stops, turns, looks up for help, stabs it to the far side, a long looping pass. Trying to find Challenger battled away from it, for it. Seems to be struck in his face. Ball goes forward, he goes down. Village is not aware of it. They're going forward still. Johnson crosses, clearance. Warner. And again they're asking to stop the play. The crowd is urging them to stop the play. But play goes on.
Well, interestingly,
Challenger is down.
Well, Garden Hotspurs Village Superstars, they have no obligation to put the ball outside. I think I've brought up this comment with you already. Because Spurs had the ball at some point, they didn't put it outside. A referee should have blown the whistle. The referee was aware that the player is down. The referee didn't allow the player to continue with Village Superstars in possession of the ball. But anyway, the player is now getting some attention. And it's a good time to remind you that is this deadlock, this Bastia derby between Village Superstars and Garden Hotspurs. That's West Bastia and Central Bastia. The derby is deadlock at 0-0, with Garden Hotspurs having a player sent off. And so Village Superstars with a one-man advantage, and they have failed to exploit that one-man advantage. Garden Hotspurs have inserted Kelly, number 10. An aggressive youngster. I remember your days having coached. There are about 3 players out there right now. So you coach in under 17, and the whole no, that's 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, Kimari, Kelly, and Tikai Huggins, and Austin. I think Austin is on the bench. Austin is one of those players. Yeah. Remember Austin, right?
A good bunch, yeah. Aston Henry actually.
Huh?
Aston
Henry.
Here is Spurs being upended by Morton.
So those 4 players who you would have coached in, a tournament in Antigua and then went on to Trinidad.
Yeah, correct. Here comes Spurs. Archibald is wrapped up the ball by Zaire and Clark. Clark goes big downfield, route 1. Tahir Hanley heads to the goal. Defense comes in and saves the day. Javelin throw out to Crawford. Crawford, angular pass up to the right side, finds Challenger. Challenger coming inside, trying to find Huggins. Huggins wrapped up the ball. Jeffers knocked away by Huggins in retaliation.
It'll be very difficult for Garden Hotspurs to maintain this kind of intensity with a one-man down. So I really think that they should step back and sit back a bit and look to counter-attack. instead of going at Village Superstars. Village Superstars have the power to really counter-attack if Village if Gardner Sports come at them. So I really think they should sit back a while and then hit on the counter-attack.
Again, Basso has been very consistent. Archibald just got a card for the same type of foul that Adams was sent off for, snapping at the heels from behind. The man on the ground seems to be Kimari Rogers. It's not the first time he went down that way. And Basso just showing some consistency.
But in a derby, I said in a derby, in a leeway, I mean, you try to avoid, because players are playing, going to give it an extra 25% in a derby. So they're going to make mistakes. So you avoid influencing the outcome of the game. I mean, with that, by giving a red card like that. I mean,
I'm not sure you're influencing the outcome of the game, because I've seen teams with 10 play much better than teams with teams 11.
Well, that's true.
You're making it sound as if it's a foregone conclusion that the team with 10 will lose.
No, normally compensate, but there's the potential.
Security forces, the number 10 or 11 ranked team played with 10 for quite a while against the number 5 team, Gardner Spurs, and got a result. They got a draw.
Well, that's true, but there's a there's the potential that the outcome of the game could be influenced by that decision.
It can go anywhere. Spurs can win. Here they come. Dajal gets on the man now. Dajal shoots. It goes high and wide.
But I must admit they're playing very, very well with 10 men. They're looking good. But as I said, it'll be very difficult for them to maintain this kind of intensity with 10 men. And really superstars will be sitting back and waiting to exploit the one-man advantage.
Here they are now. Starting from back to the right, to the center. Then they go back. Then they go long. Clear one from Morris. Not very far. Tahir Hanley picks up. Tahir Hanley has a youngster to deal with. 2 men. Warner. He gets it in the box. Jeffers is there. Jeffers clears. Out to Warner. Warner speeds away with it. Takes a touch. Gives it up to Josh Allen. Josh Allen gives it to Warner. The man Archibald is in an offside position. He didn't play the ball. Spurs wins it back, however. Josh Allen Jeffers is taking Morton. Morton is using his small frame to lean on Jeffers and knock the ball into touch for a corner to Spurs.
I love number 26. That's Jeffers. I love his spirit. He's looked very well, energetic. He's been doing some very good ones, working very hard. I like his work ethics, his work rate. But here Gardner has with a chance now. Could they, with a set piece opportunity from a corner, let's see Gardner Spurs can get something up. Yeah, those 4 players inside the 18-yard box.
Ball comes it. Another wasted corner.
Another wasted, squandered opportunity by Gardner Spurs. The ball leading past the near post. But they should have gotten the ball to the back post. I think the win is kind of a bit of fight tonight and may influence the.
Yes, but adjust. Rather than kick in calling corners, you kick out calling corners so the wind wouldn't take it away.
That's true. They really should be
these
adjusting.
Little things, you know. Fleming asking for help. Gets it in the form of Jeffers. He's in the center. Center of the pitch. He goes forward. Finds Wilkes. Wilkes has 2-3 men around him. He goes to Jeffers. Jeffers goes to the left side. Warner robs him of the ball. Then they go forward. Kelly goes to the ground.
But Kelly has influenced the game a lot since he's come on. He's very much involved.
Kelly's a top
I like
player.
his energy.
He's a top player at this level.
Yeah.
Dajal Kelly, son of Dwight Allers, former national player as well. And very tall but very robust.
Most of these players, including him, would have been playing for the respective teams as because they're neighbours, very much neighbours. Village, Gardner Spurs is just down the road from
at
Village.
At one point, Dajal Kelly had a stint with Village.
Yes.
And then moved
and
over.
also Jeffers had a stint with Spurs, and the 2 brothers would have grown up in Spurs. The Hanley brothers would have grown up in Spurs.
Yep.
They're now playing for Village, so they're next door neighbours. But the rivalry is still there. The rivalry and the competition between these 2 teams is still there, the Bar State teams.
Set piece, chipped over, heads go up, partial clearance, and then finally knocked into touch by a Village defender.
Oh, that was a very good play. The ball was floated into the back post and unfortunately, no one was there to head that one back across or him into the goal. But Gordon Haspel still with a chance. They're still alive. They're fighting very hard.
Again, they're going to kick a corner against the wind. Corner, thing much better this time on the far post. Heads go up. Yet another corner.
Wow, this is a very good spell for Gordon Haspel. Well, a player is down and seems to be a head injury. So Basso is wasting no time at all in calling on the assistant. The player is
what I was trying to point out to you now, what's in that most of these injuries, not every injury you put the ball out for. They are keen on the injuries to the head. If you get injury to the midriff and you go down, you're holding your waist, you know, you don't have to put out the ball, especially if you're not interfering with the passage of play, as if Village had the ball. But on this occasion, it seemed as if there was a clash of heads as the ball came in. The play is off now, so Spurs is down to 9. Fighting for some space in the box. Low. Village clears. Hanley. Battling away. One is here. Slides it through. That man is onside. That's Kimari. He's in the box. He slides it across. Clearance.
Oh, that was a classic counter attack by Billy Superstars, Al. He had pace, he had penetration, panache, everything about that counter attack was very good indeed. And that's the typical Billy Superstars counter attack.
Luckily for them, Warner trailed all the way. And so when the ball eventually came in the box, he was able to clear it. Ball in, clearance from Spurs, but almost like they're selling guns. The ball going back towards the area of the goal. And so yet another corner for Village.
Gordon Haspel will have to be clinical because they've gotten a few chances. Remember, they're playing one man down. They have to be much more clinical.
Corner number 5. Ball comes in. Heads go up. Clearance from Morris. Only as far as the center of the field. There is Dylan Keynes. He chips it forward, loses it forward. Morris tries, misses. Shot goes back, sent to the goal. And again, foul going in. This time, Morris is the guilty party. And so, play will resume with a free kick in a dangerous position for the Village Superstars.
A very dangerous position as far as Gordon Haspel is concerned. Promising as far as Village is concerned. Because Village have players who can exploit this situation. You have Kimari Rogers, who is very good. This will suit any one of them. Kimari Rogers or Tahir Hanley. This would suit any one of these players. Favoring the right foot, of course.
But it looks as if Rogers...
If you're looking for power, he's going to be Tahir.
But it looks as if Rogers is the one. And Tahir is simply the decoy. Basso sets his field. He gets ready. Whistle goes. Rogers hits the post. Ricochet to Wilkes. Wilkes shoots twice and misses.
Oh, this is typical exciting stuff. Very good, very well taken free kick there by Kimari. Kimari went for placement, went for precision instead of power, and the ball hitting the face of the right upright and coming back out. Very well taken free kick there by Kimari.
Big goal kick, center circle. Ardell Fleming, Keynes to the left side, comes on the inside. Kanda, Jeffers, Rogers, misses. Morris takes over, gives it to Archibald. Archibald has 3 men with him, goes to the left. Morton intercepts. Ball knocked at the Joshua and Jeffers, goes into touch, throwing to Village.
Very much impressing Gordon Haspel. They were acquitted themselves, having lost a man there. The big question is whether or not they have the stamina to continue with this intensity.
Meanwhile, here is Village. Losing out to Huggins. Kelly fakes left, then goes to the right, finds a free man. The man goes inside to Archibald, cut out there by Keynes. Keynes shielding, wasting some time, back heels it, into touch.
Yes, exciting stuff. Wherever you are listening to us, wherever you are watching this game, we thank you very much for joining us. Those are few who are in the diaspora. We have a large village diaspora in Keon, especially in New York, especially very large village diaspora. So I'm sure they're tuning in. Here's Come Village.
As you mentioned that, I'm reminded that the games are bought on sknnewsline.com, voiceofthecaribbean.net. This is the radio. And of course the Facebook. Facebook has SKNFA Facebook. SKN Newsline has a Facebook. And also Voice of the Caribbean has a Facebook. So if you're a fan of Facebook, you can get the games live. Seeing the live action as it unfolds in here at Warner Park.
It's live and lively, very lively, because this is the Bastard Derby. Bridge, well shot taken by goalkeeper, gets behind that one and come up with a very good save indeed. It was a good shot, it didn't get the connection that it wanted, so the power was lost in it, but a very, very well taken shot. But here comes Village now with an opportunity. This is exciting, this is going to be a grand finish, exciting finale. It's deadlock. Who's going to break the deadlock? Deadlock at 0-0, Al.
Of course. It looks like Village. Village has opportunity. Hanley in the back of the net. There is the answer. Tahir Hanley.
Yes, there's the answer. That was a powerful shot by Tahir Hanley. He picked it up and slammed it to the back of the net. That went like a rocket. Rocket almost testing the strength of the net, Al. That was a powerfully hit shot by Tahir Hanley, breaking the deadlock. Very Superstars now with a one-man advantage and a one-goal advantage. It was coming. We know it was coming. Spurs, they played very well with 10 men, but it was always coming. That was a powerfully shock shot. Well hit. Absolutely brilliant shot indeed by Tahir Hanley. He's a big man, he's a powerful man, and he showed it. So it's going to be, and here he goes again.
The standing man is on him. That's Warner. He wasn't present just now because Warner gave him some space on that little angle, and Harry went for power as well as placement. Top left of the keeper. Here they come again. It looks like Jabez Darset, the freshman who just came on. Free Tahir on the right side. This could be dangerous. He has a free cross. The cross comes in now. A number of players converge it. Clearance, Crawford.
That's typical Village Superstars. They get one, they're looking for two, they're looking for three, they're looking for four. They're a team that is very, very hungry. They have a great appetite for goals, and they are very clinical when they get going. And they're very ruthless when they get going, and let's hope that we have some excitement.
While we were there monitoring the aftermath of the goal, Village made some changes quickly. We said Tyree Queely came in and Jabez Darset came in. The man Johnson went out. Johnson wasn't having a good game at all.
That's true.
Not by his standards.
That's true. He was working hard, but unfortunately it wasn't his night tonight. Nothing seemed to be happening for him.
Ball come in, heads go up. Possible shot on goal. Jabez misses. Tahir tries to get to it. Doesn't. Clearance from Spurs.
So we're really expecting some excitement. This is typical Village Superstars. After they score one, they'll be looking for two, they'll be looking for three, looking for four. And so Village Garden Hotspurs will have to be vigilant. They don't want the game to get away from them. They need to keep the scoreline. As here come Kelly. That's Tajel Kelly. Nice ball across. This young man, number 26, really impressed by him. Anyway, the ball goes out.
Yeah, you could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to find Archibald. Dribbled, went on the inside and didn't get through. They come again with a throw-in. And the ball knocked away for a second throw-in for them on this the same western side.
And he's matching up very well with, well, he's coming off now. The youngster, he has run well, Al. He's very, I love his work rate. I love his work ethic, his industry, and application, Al. This youngster. I just was going to make the comment that he's matching up well with the village superstars number 4, another youngster who is playing right back. That's Morton.
Yes, but it seems as if the coach will want to try something different. And he's introduced a number 28, and Everett Richin. Heads go up, ball comes in. Kelly shoots at goal, cleared by Village. First ball and cleared again, second ball. A little tangle over there. As Tahir gets away, here's Jeffers alone, one-on-one. This is interesting. Tahir shoots a goal, tuck it, puts it up easily.
Well, Tata knows that he make a bad decision there. Tahir should have gone all the way because his goalkeeper was backing off, and Tahir should have even gotten closer to the goal. But a good one, powerful one. He's a big man, he's powerful, he's fast, and he got inside the box. Unfortunately, may have pulled the trigger just too early and didn't have enough power in the shot. And goalkeeper had no problem at all.
Yes, it was a perfect opportunity for him to go one-on-one with
yes, exactly.
Sarah Jeffers.
He's quite capable, Al.
Face him up, fake one way and go the other way, then get the shot rather than shooting from so far.
I'm surprised that he didn't do that. Go one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
And look as if he injured himself, probably pulled a hamstring. But here comes Spurs. Stingman gets it. Stingman could be dangerous, you know. Archibald, both feet. Again, loses out. Disappointed with himself. Going prone on the ground.
I love Garden has Spurs spirit. They're still fighting. They're showing some resilience. They're showing some tenacity. Let's hope that from a neutral point of view, Al, let's hope that we have a very competitive game. If Garden has Spurs was to get another goal to equalize, it really would make for a promising finale.
I know where that is coming from, but we have a good game.
No, I'm talking about
a good game on hands.
Neutral, especially neutral to be seen.
If we score a game, we can still see the intensity, we can still see the efforts. Well, here comes Village, looking to score again.
No, it's Village scoring another goal. That's killing off the game, Al. To use my favorite phrase.
Let's see if they can kill off the game now. Here is Wilkes, has a cross, prefers to take on a man. Taking on one, goes on the inside of him, slides it over, finds Tahir. Tahir looking to turn, Tahir looking to shoot. Tuckett is there.
Tahir is in the mood, Tahir is hungry. Tahir playing against his former club, Garden Hat Spurs, a club that he grew up in, along with his brother, the top scorer.
For Village Superstars.
Kieran Hanley.
For Village Superstars. Top scorer for Village Superstars.
For Village, of course, because he was overtaken by Freeman. KVK Freeman, who is now on 27 yes. Goals.
Yes.
With a nice one, scoring in 6 consecutive games across all competition. That's the Premier League and the FA Cup. So a good one by KVK Kiddy Freeman. Yeah, but it's back to this game, back to this exciting derby. West Barstay versus Central Barstay. But the player is down. We just like to.
Archibald had a little tangle with Jeffers, I think it was. Lawrence Aja Jeffers. And he seemed to have suffered a real good knock because he's still writhing in pain. Unless he's just faking it, but I don't think he's faking it for so long. The physio is with him now. They ask for the stretcher. The physio is asking for the stretcher. Here they come. But he was really tangled up in the midfield. And it seems as if when the player foot probably twisted an ankle or twisted something because they were really tangled up in the legs. And one player came away stronger, the other one went down. It's still down as a matter of fact.
Yes. But from the balance of play, from a neutral point of view, you really would hope that Garden has supposed to get a point from this game, because they have played well enough to get a point, at least a point from the game. Let's say from the balance of play, both teams look well. Garden has supposed, especially playing with a one-man disadvantage. They really have worked hard. They showed courage, showed resilience, but unfortunately, they left one man down, one goal down.
Meanwhile, Village is having a meeting. So to his Spurs. The player is being strategized off. This is Archibald. He is one who got in a tangle. He probably twisted something. And immediately they go to substitute him, so he will take no further part in this game. The number 24 is coming on. Looks like Chumney. Telston Chumney. From the body language. We'll confirm that now. Here comes Wilkes. Looking for goal number 2. Wilkes combined with Jabez Darcett. Morris comes over to intercept.
Substitution, round to the superstars. Out was number 11, Tyler Hanley. In was number 5, Chiboy Lowe. In the 7th minute. Substitution, Hobbs Enterprises, Gardner Spurs. Out was number 7, Steve Archibald. In was number 24, Felson Chumley. In the 7th minute.
Well, they're battling away for it. Eventually, Village wins it. Crosses. Trying to find the young man Darcett. He gets it. Rose gets involved. Rose just came on as well. Rose came on for Tahir Hanley, who seemed to have injured himself when he had a breakaway chance.
Yes, you see him pull up and I said favoring his holding on to his
right hamstring.
Yes. So
probably just precaution.
Yeah. Very superstars injury worries exacerbated even more because they have some key players out. Carlos Berti, Tuan Hanley, Amory. So some very key players for and plus the centre back Raheem Francis. So really some serious injury worries for very superstars.
Here comes Spurs. Man goes down. Warner goes down. It's fouled.
But this game has really lived up to its billing as a Bastia derby. Very well contested between these two teams. As I say, when these two teams get together, form goes out the window and position in the table. Because Garden has posed what number
1
in the table. No, Village is number 1. Garden has posed that number 5.
Number 5, correct.
Number 5 right now. But it's really a competitive game. Good rivalry between these two teams.
Here's Dajal. 2 players confusing him. Dajal Kelly has to turn back, shields it. Then he goes back. Ball goes out. So says Mr. Basu. Wilkes takes a throw. Goes back to Jeffers. Jefferson one over to Rose. Rose loses it. Man challenger trying to get around him. Then he springs Queely forward. Queely is onside. Tyreek has a left foot, shoots. And he goes down to 4th Street.
Oh, that was a very ambitious one. Well, he connected it well, but had too much height on it, too much elevation, and it was wasted in the end. But maybe it's a good time to let listeners know that Allwood defeated security forces tonight. And scorers for Allwood, they had Nikwan Brown, we have Tikwani Williams who had a brace, and we also had Kaylan Libod. So it was 5-1 in favor of Allwood tonight. So they're looking good. Allwood being coached by Lester Morris, doing a very good job. Was on the board of going now. Anyways, back to this derby. Garden Haspel looking for an equalizer.
A break on the right side. They come on the inside, loses out, then gets it back. Crawford overlaps, Crawford slaps it in the middle, heads go up, then it's Fleming. Deals with it easily. Out to Queely. Queely goes long. Trying to find Darcett. Morris is down there. Morris is looking for help. Goes back to talking for help. Eventually, Jeffers comes to help all the defensive line. Then he goes straight to Warner. Warner asks, who is here? Warner goes long, upfield. Only as far as Rouse. Rouse takes one touch, goes forward, then a square pass. Finds Wilkes. Wilkes loops it over. Finds Kimari. Finds a footwork from Kimari. Rainbow into Jeffers. Jeffers tries to cross. Knocks it off of a player. That looked like Tikai Huggins. That must have shocked the groin.
Well, the play is still on.
Referee goes over. Calls again for the physio.
Well, this game was deadlocked for a very long time. Deadlock was broken by Tahir Hanley with a powerful shot which exploded into the net, giving Village Superstars the lead. So they're still with the lead, 1 goal to nil. They're with the lead and they have a 1-man advantage. And Garden Hotspur, they're playing well, Al. Since the goal has been scored, Garden Hotspur, they even picked up the game even more. And looking for the equalizer. But here the ball, the corner kick comes in and the ball goes over the byline again. So it's a goal kick for Garden Hotspur. Garden Hotspur still searching for that equalizer. Can they get the equalizer? That is the big question. Can Garden Hotspur get an equalizer? Don't think they have many more minutes to get it. But here's Young Morton, nice crossing, headed away by Garden Hotspurs, picked up by Kelly. Let's see if Kelly can do something. He's quick, he's strong, passes the ball over to the left. This is very good ball movement by Garden Hotspurs. Oh, nice try, looking to get the ball inside the box. Very, very, very good ball movement by Garden Hotspurs.
They're looking good coming forward. They look good coming forward. As you say, it's a bit slow, a bit predictable, and so Village was able to get men in the lines to block the play. And now they're clear. It's ensuring throw in from a set piece. They come again. Coach Austin Huggins is on the sideline. Can he help them? Big throw up to Richin. Loses it out in terms of control. Whistle goes. Rose may have handed the ball accidentally.
I think we're in for something special tonight, Al. He might just get an equalizer and have a grand finale. Here's Kelly. Kelly is quite capable of doing something.
He's on the ball alone. And so this means he's going straight. Either up, over.
He'll be looking for the top right hand corner.
Top right hand corner, up, over and down. Can he do it?
Well, he went to the near post.
Clark is there. He got it around, but Clark was right there.
Yes.
Not enough pace to beat Clark.
Yeah, very good anticipation by the goalkeeper and collected very well indeed.
Clark again tries route 1, trying to find Kimari. Kimari shielding in the corner, wins the throw-in.
But I said, wherever you are listening to us, wherever you are watching us, as I said, I know there's a large village diaspora in New York. There's also a large Garden Hotspur diaspora in the Virgin Islands. So you may be just listening to us, watching us. But this is another Bar State derby. 2 teams. But here comes the ball into the box. It will be cleared by Garden Hotspur and picked up by Kelly. It goes over the touchline, close touchline, and a trying for Village Superstars.
Fast as Sadlands versus Flow for TT Rockets. And at 6 p.m. South Island of Conway versus SP Returns.
Goes into Queely. Queely trying to find Rogers. No. Cannot. Spurs. Breaking. Challenger. Speeding, trying to get around Fleming. Has to stop. Survey his possibilities. Loses out to the man Queely, who grabs him with the ball. Queely. Rouse. Keynes. Fleming. Dorset. Dorset tries to go forward. Loses out. We just heard the matches for tomorrow. Two very exciting matches they promise to be. Keon and Sadlers. That game drew the last time around 2 goals all. And then
It's a Keon and Sadlers, right?
at 4.
At 4.
Yes. And
I think that
Newtown
game.
and Connery.
I think that game comes with a health warning for Keon fans.
Meaning.
Meaning anytime Keon plays, is out a nervous situation. So you should have
Leading and then gives up the lead.
for those who are faint-hearted.
Snatching the feet of the jaws of victory.
Exactly. For those who are faint-hearted, there must be one. There must be forewarned all.
Will do. But here comes Village one-on-one with Morris. A physical battle. He should win that foul. He does. He had position.
But I'm very, very quite impressed by Spurs' response after they went one man down. They've been playing with one man for about 3/4 of the game, and they quitted themselves quite well. All of their one man down, they showed resilience, shows tenacity, and they want to get it equalized. They'll be even better for them. Here comes Das Huggins with the ball on the right wing.
Well, yes, Watts has been urging them on to get this equalizer. Can I get it now? The cross comes in. One man picking up Kelly. Is in the box. Kelly trying to go to the left foot. Kelly trying to shoot. It's blocked. Then cleared. Morton and Dennis.
Oh, Kelly had a nice
combining to get Village out of danger on that occasion.
And the ball took a deflection, fell nicely for Kelly, but he's not looking as sharp as he usually is. A little bit heavy around the waist. But here comes the ball in. Gordon Haspo still looking for the equalizer.
He's in the back of the net.
That was absolutely brilliant from Gordon Haspo, and they deserve it. They really deserve it. That was absolutely beautiful, and they're celebrating. Oh, that was struck well. This is really a derby. This is the Bastard derby. This was expect from any derby. Excitement, entertainment, rivalry between these two teams.
He has run over to the Spurs section of the crowd and seemed to be injured in the process.
Oh, that was absolutely stunning. Did you pick up the player, Al?
Challenger.
It was coming. That was absolutely stunning from Challenger. He really shot that powerfully, well placed in the back of the net like a rocket, Al.
He did something brilliant and then did something not so smart, because he jumped onto the boundary boards, the advertising boards, to celebrate with the fans, and it seems as if during the process he slightly injured himself, but he's okay now.
This is the Bastard derby. This is what you expect. You must expect the unexpected in any of the Bastard derby. As I said, there's a tense rivalry between these Bastard teams, and it always shows.
Well, we have just about maybe 5 minutes by my watch to go.
Deadlock at 1-1. Who will get who will break the deadlock?
Well, the last time we asked that question, the man who answered the question, he's not on the field. Here comes Spurs with the momentum now, trying to go forward. Rose picks it up. Rose in the center circle, goes forward, finds Dorset. Dorset finds Jeffers. Jeffers back to Dorset. Jeffers intervenes for Spurs. Only as far as Morton goes down to Wilkes. Wilkes trying to get around Warner. Warner is not moving. Warner is shuddering. Warner is leading in one direction, then robs him of the ball cleanly. The crowd applause. The Spurs fans are happy with that. And then, from hero to villain, he gives away the ball.
Oh, this is great stuff. This is typical of any derby. And these Bastard derby normally produce exciting, entertaining games. And this game really lived up to expectations. Really exciting stuff. That was an absolutely stunning shot.
Big clearance coming from Jeffers, breaking up another Village attack. Village will come again, starting from a throw-in. They go forward. Finds Wilkes. Blocked by Village. Throwing to Spurs. Dajal and Dennis. battling away physically. Dennis is the bigger of the two, but the ball seemed to have come off his boot just before he crossed the touchline. So corner to Spurs.
Dajal is a fighter. He's short, Al, but I don't think he'll be intimidated by Fleming. Fleming is a big, tall, broad shoulders. But Kelly, I say he's courageous. I don't think he'll be cowed, intimidated by Pearl. But Gordon Hotspurs is going to take the train. So he's deadlock at 1-1. Gordon Hotspurs coming back very well indeed. Who can break this deadlock? Who is going to break the deadlock? Is it going to corner?
It's a corner. Just a little confusion with which ball should be used. It's a COVID-free ball. Basu figures it out for them.
Here's Gordon Hotspurs with a chance to break the deadlock and go ahead. Can they do it? They have 7 men inside the box.
The coach pulls back Chumney a bit. Cross comes in now. Far side. Heads go up. Again, a chance for a volley. This time it's Chumney. And Chumney is going up to the Balang bar.
Well, Chumney was a bit casual there. It was from distance out, but a bit casual.
For those of us listening us, and you can share this information with your friends. Tell somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that the games are brought live on sknewsline.com, voiceofthecaribbean.net, that's radio, and then on Facebook. But here comes Village, looking for it to go ahead. Creedy going on the left flank, upended, partially. He finds room. He finds Dorset. Dorset has no one with him. A strong tackle coming in from Chumney. Tikai showing some fancy footwork, trying to get through. Rose shoots, blocked by Tikai, then cleared by Jeffers. Here comes Village. Dylan up to Morton. Morton fakes one way, allows it to run to Queely. Queely was come to the number 7 spot. Warner is not having him. Warner knocks it off of him, wins it back. Warner battles away. Then he comes forward to Richin. Richin. Long ball up, trying to find the goal scorer, challenger. Intercepted partially. Won by Kelly. Lost by Kelly. But he knocked it onto the boot of a Village player to get us flowing.
Gardner's supposed to be finishing stronger. Huh? Gardner's supposed to be finishing stronger than Village Superstars. Although they have a one-man disadvantage. They're finishing strong.
This is what I was telling you all the time. It's the way how you manage your team, how you utilize the space that you're shown. Sometimes the one-man difference is not much at all. If you come to the park and just glance, you wouldn't be able to tell if Spurs
exactly
has.
They compensated very well for the one-man disadvantage. Gordon has Spurs, and they could break this deadlock, but it's still early.
Another substitution for Village. A journeyman in Javid Matthew coming in to tighten up things in the middle of defense. Here comes challenger trying to get around 2 men.
Another corner kick for Gordon Hotspurs. I'm really enjoying this passage of play.
I think this one is a throw-in. This one is a throw-in, but still almost like a corner throw, because the man Warner has a big throw. The teams know this, and they've all racked up in the 6-yard box. He can throw it easily inside there, so it's not a corner kick, but we call it corner throw.
He'll be trying into the win, so let's see if we can get.
No factor. Ball still in the 6-yard box. Heads go up. Shot by Tikai. Missed by Tikai. What a miss. Still alive. Kelly slides it back. A second opportunity for Tikai. Blocked by Village. Slide out.
Well, they could be in trouble now. They're stretch. Gordon has posed this stretch, but they get him back well.
To the far side. Kimari can shoot. Kimari saved by Tuckett. Pumped his Tuckett.
It's all happening now. Excitement galore. It's all happening. Well, Gordon has supposed to have 2 players down who didn't make it back. But 3 players
But here comes Village with 3 players short on the field. Bassett chooses to stop the play to find out what's wrong with them.
Oh, this is a great match. This is exciting. This is really entertaining. Gardner Spurs have 2 players inside Village box who didn't make it back after a raid and goal. Tajel is also down.
Dajjal not really down, but Dajjal is going area.
Yes. You see, in these derbies, Al, I say players who put in extra effort. They put in 150%, Al. Because it's a derby. It's about bragging rights. Not just about beating a team for points. It's about bragging rights.
I think Tikoi was injured by embarrassment.
That could well be the case. You know, when you're embarrassed, you go down, you know? You feel like you want to
find some excuse
for
missing the entire football. He had a shot and an excellent chance to shoot and goal.
Tikoi missed a great opportunity. Great opportunity to break the deadlock.
Meanwhile, corner to Village. Heads go up. Flick in. Village! Back in front.
Oh, that seemed to have been an own goal, Al. But let's see.
In my opinion, the ball was already crossed the line when the sports player tried to get it out and finish it off. So it's now 2-1. Village back in front with minutes to go.
Well, this has been great excitement. This is not for the faint-hearted at all. It's been a roller coaster. It's been up and down, twists and turns. But I don't think there are any more twists to this tale. I think that's the fight. That should be the final twist. But God has supposed still thinking, and Dajjal, that's Kelly looking to catch the goalkeeper out. As Spurs fans who normally on the far side, you can see them walking away. Spurs fans walking away. But I don't think there are any more twists to this tale. I really think that there is no more roller coaster ride.
Well, this game was certainly closer than the first, because in the first match back in February 8th or so, Village defeated Spurs 4-0. But here comes Spurs trying a last-ditch effort. Challenger saving it? No, ball was not saved. The ball went outside.
Very good attempt, a valiant attempt to save that one. As I said, this is a derby, so expect the unexpected. And it's really lived up to its billing. Exciting, extraordinary stuff happening in this derby. It's 2-1 in favor of Village Superstars. Can we get something? Can we get some more drama? We don't know if we're in for more drama.
Morris heading away. Challenger all the way back. Again the ball eluding him. Going into touch. Village meanwhile making progress downfield with Joseph Wilkes. Soccer they call him. And there is the final whistle.
Yeah.
That goal was scored probably in injury time.
Yeah, that's what the final twist with that goal. Scoring in injury time. Disappointment for Gardner Spurs. Commiseration for Gardner Spurs. Congratulations to Village Superstars. But they really deserve to get a point from this game. But that was not to be. So, join us for the post-game analysis coming up soon.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back at SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.
We're back with you, ladies and gentlemen, and as you just heard, the game ended 2-1 in favor of Village. Just last night, I had my main analyst and pundit, LaShawn Dixon, predicting a draw, a 2-all draw. He might have gotten his draw when the score was 1-1 until the very dying moments of the game, and Village was able to contrive a second one. Did you see what happened exactly with that second goal?
Yes, Ghana Spurs, they were under the pump, for lack of a better term. They had 3 players down in Rams Village Superstars half, and then they found themselves with 2 having to go off and 1 struggling to get back. So having to defend a late corner with 7 having been down a man, and then 2 men and the near post defending it, and it's still finding a red shot, and the red shot flicked on, and Ghana Spurs defender, I think Jeffers, putting the ball into his own net. So a very unfortunate finish there for a team desperate to get points to remain in the top 6.
Oh yes, and the next match is against Keon. I also think they have St. Paul's as well. and then OR. So this is what the path we were talking about, the difficult path that the Gardner Spurs team would have to travel in order to get into the final 6. Village, meanwhile, what does this mean for them?
Well, it just means that another day, another victory. A big victory for them, considering them being gutted by injuries, and that they're still finding a way to beat a quality team, a team who had been on a good run up until this point. So I think kudos to them to remain in competitive and remain in winning games despite having all those injuries to key players.
But from a football point of view, I want to ask you, how do you think Spurs handle themselves as a team playing with 10?
Well, I think for large patches they were the better side, definitely. I think they had chances to hurt Vans Village Superstars in the first half, and early in the second half after they went down 1-0, I think their heads dropped, and they didn't feel like they could have come back, but they got a set piece, and they took full advantage of it with a finish that I think Rams Village Superstars, Spurs fans, KR fans from all football fans would appreciate a volley, and they got themselves back into a game where they almost got a point, which would have been a big point considering they played 75%, 65% of the game with 10 men.
Well, the chasing pack certainly closing in on them.
Yes.
Because we had a victory for OR Jets tonight. 5 goals to 1 over security forces. Did you see the game? Are you surprised of it?
Yes.
How was it for OR Jets? Did they look promising?
Yes. They were very dominant from the first moment. I think they got the first goal in the 4th minute, and then they gave up a goal, a very good goal by security forces. But although they got a penalty late in the first half, very late in the first half, and they went up 2-1 and they never looked back. The young pairing of Brown and Williams, they look like a star-studded combination for Allwood, not only for now but in the future.
Oh, that's great. That's good for OR. And we're always saying that when OR Jets meets Spurs, that will be the match to determine who will be the final one based on your mathematics.
Yes, based on how the table is going, it looks like that will be a 6-pointer. A big 6-point swing could happen in that game, depending on the direction it goes. So that's one of the bigger games we should be looking forward to come the end of the season.
But we see Village, even though they won tonight, they have gone deep into their reserves, their fringe players. They've brought in a number of young players: Queely, Morton, Dorset, all teenagers. What do you make of their play so far?
Well, as you said a few weeks ago, if Rams Village Superstars could be down so many players and still be able to compete, they must be doing something right, and I tend to agree with you that being down some quality players, national team players who you would think would improve any team in this league, and to see that they could find a way every time to compete, and not only compete but beat good teams. It shows that they have something going well. They're the most recent champions, and last season that didn't finish. They look on course to making it a back-to-back season, and this season they haven't slowed down. So I think they definitely are the team to watch going forward.
Oh yes, and just in case you missed it, the youth competition continued today. We don't have any scores for you as such, but just to tell you, that competition played in Keon and will continue in Keon next Saturday. So stay tuned to the youth. It's the under 13, the under 15, and under 17 being played on the weekends and on Monday. The girls played on Thursday, and we had a surprising score in the females. The top guard seemed to be changing. The Village defeated Newtown, who has been the everlasting champion in the females 1-0, and then under 15 showed some promise by defeating Bath 2-0. But here in Warner Park, at the senior level, it was 2 to Village, 1 to Spurs, and they have now remained on 30. They have not moved. Tell us about the movers. Tell us about the chasing pack.
Well, the big movers seem to be all road because they jumped from 24 to 27, 3 behind Spurs, and St. Peter's last night closed the gap to 1 and Spurs. So Spurs looking a bit shaky in that 5th position, and with Newtown to play tomorrow, you never know that the gap between Newtown and Spurs could also be reduced to 1. So Spurs, I think they dropped a big point this evening, having it in their hands and couldn't hold on for the last 2 seconds.
But Newtown plays against Connery tomorrow, a big derby. These people hold no grudges. You won't get no easement in this situation here. Tell us again who you went for in this game.
Well, I went for Newtown to win 2-0.
Okay, and you recall your Saddlers and Kean?
Well, I didn't think I made a prediction there, but I think I'm going to go with Kean to win.
Non-biased this time, Joy?
No, non-biased. Kean to win. Probably 3-1, 3-0 type of score.
Well, at this time, I would like to remind you where you can find the games. It's on sknewsline.com, voiceofthecaribbean.net. This is radio. And of course, we have a number of Facebook pages. SKNFA Facebook page. SKN Newsline has a Facebook page. Voice of the Caribbean has a Facebook page. And the producer is just telling me that the hottest and latest is the app. There's an app in your Google Play Store that you can find and can download. SKN Newsline, the football app. You click on it, and wherever you are, you don't have to be home. You can just use your phone and follow the football live action from SKNFA Premiership. It's heating up nicely. Two delicious games tomorrow. Saddlers and Kean and Connery and Newtown. Please don't miss it. Until then, good night.